In this video, I'm going to share with you one of the simplest indicators that can help you make money in the financial market. We'll look at several options that you should consider and, accordingly, use in your trading. We'll also go over options that, on the contrary, you shouldn't consider and should actually skip. After watching this video, you'll be able to use this indicator in practice and, as a result, start earning with it. Yeah, it's not exactly a super passive income, but if you're a beginner trader, you won't have much trouble. You just need to set it up correctly, and it'll start giving you quality signals. Right now, I've opened a trade even without any adjustments, just using the default settings, and it's already showing pretty good results. But next, we're going to fine-tune it even more. I'll show you all the settings, show you every entry point, and all you'll have to do is repeat the results. So get comfortable. Make sure you pay attention to all the settings, and I recommend saving them right away. But for now, you can subscribe to this channel and go ahead and give this video a like in advance. As you can see, the very first trade already brings me 14 points, 13 points. The price is moving pretty well. Yeah, and in the end, that's 15 points, and I get $870. Awesome. Now let's see how to actually add this indicator and take a look at its settings. First things first, how do you add this indicator? We go to indicators, add the alligator indicator, and now we need to set it up. Look, we need to set the first period to 15, the second period to 10, and the third period also to 10. We leave the rest of the settings at their default values. Next, in the style section, we can set the first line, for example, to 2 points, and the second line also to 2 points. These will be our two lines, which we'll mainly use to open our entry points. In other words, these are good indicators. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't look much different, but by doing this, we're just making our trades a bit safer. Next, we move on to the platform settings. To set up the platform, you need to select the chart type as candles, regular Japanese candlesticks. Choose 15 seconds per trade, and then select 1 minute per trade, and now you can work with any amount. I recommend that you first test this indicator, and then decide on the amount to use. I'll open the next trade with 2%. Yeah, when you have a really small deposit, obviously you need to open trades with a higher percentage. For example, 5, 10, or even 20%. Alright, now let's look at entry points and see how this indicator actually works. But before that, I want to remind you that you can already copy our trades effortlessly. All you need to do is follow the link in the description, join our elite club, and there are professional managers share signals every day. You can see the trading session schedule right now. So come on in, join us, and start earning together with us. This is absolutely available to everyone. All you need to do is become our partner, and accordingly, we help all our partners and provide all the tools needed to earn money. There are automated options and more independent ones, so you just need to choose what you like best. In short, the link will be in the description. Message our managers that you want to become an elite member, and we'll add you to our private club. The link is in the description, but let's move on to the indicator. Look, in order for us to open a trade, the price needs to enter between the green and the orange line. When the price goes between these two lines, that's when we can open our trade. So, the price should be somewhere in this area. This will be our entry point. Look, if the green line is below, like it is now, and the blue line is above, then we open sell trades from this area. If it's the other way around, and you see the green line is above and the blue line is below, then from this area we open buy trades. I hope that's clear. So these are just two simple entry points. Let's look at an example trade, and then we'll look at scenarios that are better to skip. Look, here on the Euro/Swiss franc pair, we can open our trade for a sell right now. So, as we can see, there's a downward movement here, since the green line is below and the blue line is above. Accordingly, when the price comes between these two green lines, I open a sell trade. Our students who copy this strategy are making pretty good money with it. The most important thing is that you just need to copy these settings, add this indicator, and then simply follow the signals from this very indicator. If you see that the price enters between the green and orange lines, you open a trade, whether it's up or down. Then you just follow the direction of the trend. So, this is a trend indicator. It's quite safe, and all you need to do is just watch for when the price enters a certain zone. It's a pretty simple and easy strategy that, honestly, I'm sure any beginner trader can replicate. A good trade brings me a profit of $1,800. Let's even open the next trade for 3%. That's already $2,900. And next, let's talk about the situations you should skip. Euro/Japanese yen. Yes, even though the payout here is small, we still look at the overall situation. We have a downward movement. The blue line is on top, and the green one is below. This means we should open a trade downwards. Next, I noticed that the price has just reached this level. So from here, you can confidently open a 1 minute sell trade. Let's watch and see how this situation plays out. Honestly, it's a pretty easy and incredibly simple example. An absolutely excellent and truly remarkable result brings me a substantial $1,500. And before I move on to the situations that are better to skip, let me remind you once again that in our private community, you can copy our signals. Right now, you can see the results, and all you need to do is join our community. To do this, you just need to message our support account, "I want to become an elite member." Next, you join our community and start copying the ready-made signals from our traders. You won't need to set up anything yourself. You just copy the signal. For example, for the pound sterling to Japanese yen currency pair, open a trade for 1 minute and, as a result, you get a ready-made outcome. So, if you want to earn money this easily, I'll leave a link to our support account in the description. Just message them saying you want to become an elite member, and the team will add you. Go for it. Now, let's move on to the situations you should avoid with this indicator. If you see situations like this, where the price is really tangled up, and all these lines are also intertwined with the alligator line, it's better to skip those. Basically, we need to find 3 clear lines that are spreading out either upwards or, for example, downwards. So, we skip all situations like these. So, we can consider this kind of movement, and we can also look at this movement as well. Anything happening in this area, we just skip. But here, we have a pretty good area to work with. So, if you see a good movement like this, we can spot a lot of entry points where you can actually make money. The same goes for downward movements. So, the cleaner this movement is, the cleaner these 3 lines are, the better it is. If the lines are moving like this, crossing each other in a confusing way, we just skip that. If you see these kinds of unclear situations, you skip those too. If, for example, you see that at some point the price starts moving toward your entry point, but does so very impulsively, meaning the impulse reaches the blue line, whether it's an upward or downward trade, it doesn't matter. You skip that situation as well. Such impulses can break right through our indicator, and as a result, we won't make any profit from that. That's exactly what I was talking about. Situations like that, we skip. So when the price is moving sideways like this, we won't make any decent profit here. Now you know which situations to choose and which ones to skip. So practice a bit, and then you'll start getting good results. Our guys who trade using this strategy get about 90% winning trades. Just look for yourself. Here we have 1 entry point, 2 entry points, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right here, there's even a 7th one. So that's 7 entry points in just 1 hour. So you could have entered a trade 7 times on the same currency pair and made a profit. Yeah, some of them might not be as safe. Some might not be exactly by the book. But once you get some practice, you'll really understand everything yourself. I showed the settings in this video. If you want to trade even more safely and with more peace of mind, then join our private Telegram channel and just copy all the trades from our traders. All the useful links are in the description and pinned comment. That's where I'll say goodbye for now. See you soon.